Welcome back, welcome back. Today is another very important topic because I'm going to teach you guys how to eat more freely. So I gotta first off start off this video by saying that the average American, they eat far too much, right? And I want to say that the number one culprit for this is breakfast. Super bland food that's not that exciting. Like lunch and dinner are way more exciting than breakfast. Am I right? So when we indulge in a very large breakfast, let's say like IHOP, very, international house of pancakes. Everyone knows what IHOP is. I actually used to work at IHOP for about a year and a half. Fun fact, when I was like 19 or so, college days. Yeah. So you can get a breakfast at IHOP and it's gonna have like a triple stack of pancakes, a bunch of eggs, bunch of bacon, sausage. Yeah, I mean, bacon, sausage, and eggs is pretty exciting, right? But that meal right there is easily over 1,200 calories with a little bit of syrup, some extra butter, maybe a bowl of grits. Like grits, really? Like that's not really that exciting, in my opinion. Sorry if you're a grits fanatic, but it is not that exciting compared to what you can get and enjoy during lunch and dinner. So why is breakfast the most important meal of the day? Kellogg's. This is all a play on money making. Kellogg's, back in like 20 or 40, seriously, they created this movement that breakfast was the most important meal of the day. Well, what the hell does Kellogg's sell? Cereal. It is like a morning thing, right? And Kellogg's, cereal in general, like a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, like you weigh that stuff out on a scale, that is like the smallest bowl ever. I need like 3 bowls of that. And that right there is about 800 calories. Add a little bit of whole milk. You're cruising near 1,000 calories by the time you get your fix of the cereal, and it's just loaded with sugar, high fructose syrup, which is detrimental for the human physique. So the best way to eat freely, you guessed it, don't eat breakfast. Just wait it out and budget your calories for lunch and dinner so you can eat more exciting foods and it won't spill over into a caloric surplus. You can see how easily you can get to a caloric surplus when you have an exciting lunch and an exciting dinner, and then you wasted all those calories on stuff that really doesn't benefit your health, your physique. If you're like eating a bunch of cereal and like English muffins, maybe a actual muffin, like a blueberry muffin, and a bunch of pancakes, like this is all just gonna make you exceed your calories by the end of the day. So, not only are we going to skip out on breakfast in order to eat more freely, but don't snack on high calorie snacks. Yeah, a lot of you guys think that snacking on nuts is healthy because, it's like, it's got the fat, the ketogenic diet is super popular, so we're just like, oh, let's get our fat up. And there's like some nutrients in it, but, and then some protein. But if you look at the statistics and the data, it's one of the lowest on the charts for muscle protein synthesis, about 10 to 12%. And then we got high quality eggs at 48% usable by the human body for protein muscle synthesis. Now, so don't eat nuts. Not only are you not getting that much nutrients, but they're freaking calorie dense, super high calorie. A handful of nuts is gonna put you at like 400 calories. If you guys aren't tracking, you don't know. And then you eat like 5 handfuls, of course you're gonna get into a caloric surplus. And then we got the infamous like Hostess snacks, like I don't even know what, what I'm talking about. I don't even know the brands if it's Hostess or not, but we got like honey buns, the Auntie oatmeal cookies. I love those things. It's like 2 oatmeal cookies with the icing in the middle. That shit's like 400 calories each. And I need at least like 6 of them. And then we got Twinkies, and we got the meal replacement bars like Cliff Bars, bunch of other stuff, bunch of brands that make them. But the whole thing about these high calorie snacks is that it bypasses the satiation pathways in the brain. And you're just gonna wanna eat more and more, and you're never gonna get satiated because it's high fructose syrup. There's high fructose syrup in it, and then there's just no nutrients in it whatsoever. So these snacks, eating that hefty breakfast that you really like, the huge amount of Greek yogurt with all the granola and the fruit, and I mean, I understand some of you guys like it, but it's not really that exciting compared to the options that we get in lunch and dinner that you're probably going to indulge in anyway. So what is the solution, people? Only eat lunch and dinner, right? This is how you eat more freely. You are opening and expanding your food option palette by only eating lunch and dinner. And we can easily see this with a little bit of math. Let's say that you're trying to eat 2,000 calories per day, but in the past you're eating a massive breakfast, lunch and dinner, and you're having 1,000 calories in breakfast, 1,000 calories in lunch, and then 1,000 calories in dinner with snacks in between. You're easily gonna hit about 4,000 calories, and you're wondering why you're getting fat. And then if we just break it down into lunch and dinner, let's say you have a small lunch, have an 800 calorie lunch, and then a 1,200 calorie dinner, and you're at 2,000 calories. It's that simple, guys. Just budget your calories a little bit better. You don't need that go-to breakfast that you love, because you still love what you eat at lunch and dinner. It's literally like money, right? So you got to think about it this way. Each day you get a new paycheck versus getting a paycheck every week or every bi-weekly period at a job. You have to see it as a paycheck. So every day we get a new paycheck, and for us it's 2,000 calories. You can just spend all your money first thing in the month, just like when I was working at Chase Bank. All my coworkers, they would get their paychecks, the first week and then the second week on a bi-weekly schedule. And then by the end of the month, they're eating ramen noodles. But in the beginning of the month, they're eating like all this takeout. They're like wondering what they're gonna get next. They're getting all these like restaurant type foods for lunch, and they wonder why they got no money by the end of the day. And then in some cases, they're probably putting it on their credit card and just racking it up because they're just not in touch with their financials. But it is the same exact thing with our day-to-day calorie intake. Yeah, we're gonna eat all this awesome food for breakfast that I don't think is that exciting. Basically, they will eat more at lunch, and that's when they're already at a caloric deficit or caloric maintenance, but they continue to eat, and then it pushes them into a surplus. And we can relate that to like credit card debt, essentially. So every single day you get a new paycheck, and you have to budget your calories accordingly, or you are not going to meet your calorie goals. You're not going to get your physique goals. You're not going to achieve the fitness goals that you've been working on. Now, this all comes down to tracking your calories. If you're shooting in the dark, there's no, you can't be surprised that you're gaining weight, right? We have to use data. We have to use the tracking just like a business. We got to see how much money is coming in, how much money is coming out. It is crucial for your results. So hopefully you guys like this video. Hopefully I've used some examples that you guys can implement starting today, starting tomorrow, and it's going to help you get your goals. So like, comment, and subscribe, guys. I will see you guys next video. Peace.